Let it consume you. Starfield.
As we go into Starfield, we know combat is going to be one of the main basic assets of the game. There are a lot of different things that we've seen that's come out from the Starfield Direct that is very, very interesting. Some coming from hazardous attacks, coming from different styles of weapons, enemy arrangements, melee combat, the works. Here we're going to talk about some of the basic things that you see in Starfield that will become the norm after every night and day. As we come to the initial reveal from the combat of the game in this one section, of course you see a character jumping around with a machine gun and pistol combo set, getting some critical hits on a space marine, or I should say evil pirate astronaut. I'm not sure what they are at this point, but we'll see later on. He shoots him in his backpack and it causes a hazardous explosion. Of course, in the sides, you're going to see a lot of customizations. You see in the inventory screen, you're going to have a lot of customizations for your pistol, so on and so forth, modifiers, different varieties of ammo capacity and frame rates. That's the basics of some of the combat that you're going to see in this part of the game. And with combat, you're going to start seeing perk trees and other sorts of information and buffs for your guns and or your regular skills. The ones that we've seen in the trailer that we know of so far is rapid reloading, and the thing says spend more points in combat to unlock expert combat skills. In chaos of combat, the seconds needed to reload your weapon could be the difference between life and death. So it's pretty much the standard reloading faster for your guns. And the other one is marksmanship, pretty much better accuracy at farther distance. Also, on a topic of perks, there is a perk called Neuro Strikes where you actually go in with melee damage. Super powerful punches delivering uppercuts to all these enemies and beasts, which is very, very cool. I will be stepping into that, and it will be really, really cool. Stealth also plays a major part of the gameplay as well. You can sneak past enemies, pickpocket them, take them out from behind. I assume stealth kills, but I haven't got any confirmation on that yet. You can get stealth strikes, things like that is very, very cool. Because they show a character stab someone in the back or something like that, but we technically don't know what's truly going on yet. But I assume it's going to be a stealth kill. Things like that and that nature is really, really cool. The different varieties of weapons and guns in the game has a lot to do with the sci-fi nature of the game. Grenades, you get mines, rail guns in particular, shotguns, pistols of course, weird melee weapons. I want to assume a pipe. You see a character with like a chain little thing that was in his hand. It's pretty cool. Additionally, to customizing all your weapons, you go back to your ship or any kind of outpost to customize your weapons, meaning you get different barrels, mods, magazine size, the works. I'm not sure about color, but you get receivers, installation components, iron sights, drum magazines, explosive rounds, armor piercing rounds. You just craft these bullets and stuff at your station. Any of these weapon types can be used against various enemies to do damage bonuses. You see, say like you fight a robot, armor piercing rounds. I'm not sure if corrosive's in here, but that would be really cool. You get laser sights for better accuracy. You see different styles of melee combat as well. As you can see here coming up, there's going to be different varieties of melee combat, from axes to bowie knives to straight daggers for Starfield. Of course, you can melee block, you can get a quick thrust to deal high powers of damage. You can see blood coming out, critical shots, a power strike like in Skyrim, a full frontal attack with a quick cut to the gut. And of course, when going through Starfield, there's lots of varieties of games. Like I said earlier in this video, you see different shotguns, you see different pistols, rail guns, and of course grenades have the new animation for explosions. That's not too much, not too little. There's a lot of different kinds of weapons, man. Like, even with hazards in the game, up here you see environmental hazards like frozen tundras, you see people going up in smoke, you see futuristic guns, you see lava spills, etc. Environmental hazards are going to be really good in this game, or at least I hope they will be. And of course, what's combat without the heavy duty big guns, the big daddy shotgun, heavy goods, and the grenade launchers or rocket launchers that shoots out the most powerful guns you can see in this game. I'm telling you, man, that's some of the coolest things ever. And also the sniper rifles with thermal vision for high powered, long distance combat. Movement speed will play a long ways to getting around in Starfield, of course, but in combat it takes things to the next level. You have a jetpack for small bursts with small accelerations to evade bullets and melee attacks. There's going to be also high flying low gravity areas that you see later on, but you use the jetpack to move around further. There's some things you can shoot far away, but if you get up close and personal, you can get a lot of good damage. A lot of enemies will also have jetpacks or thermal energy sights. It's easy to fly around and to get to higher areas in the local areas, in the top of the screens or on the rooftops of bandit buildings. Not to mention, in low gravity, you will experience recoil backdrift or backdraft or whatever you want to call it, but when you shoot your weapon, it will knock you backwards. There is realistic feel of pressure on your guns. Your guns feel a bit weighty now. You're gonna see enemies shoot and evade to dodge your things. Same with your character. Maybe using some power weapons in the air will send you flying across the map, but only time will tell. And you'll probably see some futuristic guns that'll probably have enough oomph or enough railgun power to do lots of other things, as you see here. Electric guns, I see it here, but I'm not sure how far this stuff goes. And now, on the topic of power weapons, we have the minigun, a staple from the Fallout series. Now it's in this new series. You're gonna see a lot of cool and interesting things. I really can't wait to do this. But I'm only talking about ground combat. In addition, I've left out a major part of combat: space combat. Take your high-powered ship or swift fighter jet to take on enemies in space. You do a lot of things with this. It's like another core basis of combat. You never know what's around the corner. There's one major thing that I noticed during this combat section. You're gonna start seeing a lot of different aspects come to fruition. You see random debris coming at you, you gotta evade. You see random settlements, you gotta invade. You see random space pirates trying to hijack you. The works. Those kind of things is what makes a space game true to form. But there's one major thing that I think we all need to know. There's a big major system of controlling your drives, your blaster, your power. You have a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of knobs and stuff you gotta see, because there's a little intricate wheel that's on the bottom left side that lasers, your shields. There's a lot of things you have to pay attention to. But once you nail that stuff down, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to have the fun, fight, cool time of day and time of night, wherever you want to see in space. It is what it is. If you guys know that reference, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I can't wait to see this combat thing in a more high fighter, high in-depth action post, apocalyptic space debris like Star Wars kind of thing. But yeah, that's just me, people. From fast fire rate pistols to slow powerful magnums, there's a lot of things in Starfield that's really gonna come to fruition. From combining grenades, landmines, shotgun blasts, to sniper rifles, to laser pistols, to heavy rounds, there's a lot of cool, interesting gameplay moments that can be had for this game. Long-range sniper rifles, the works. But there's one thing that I still don't know what's truly going on with this game. There is a weird special telekinetic power or something that's hinted at that we don't know what's really going on, and I can't wait to see more of it. And there you have it, people. This is the first episode of StarCrossed. Everything here is just a work in progress. I'm still very new to this particular kind of editing. I know I'm just doing little clips. I am a former AMV editor or Mad Maker. If you guys have seen my stuff in the past, it's a bit different. You know, I don't do a lot of scripted content. This is my first attempt to do a partially scripted and partially freeform kind of content. I'm gonna come out with these things a lot, particularly for Starfield. The show is called StarCrossed. If in particular you stayed this long, the next one is pretty much going to be about exploration and things that I want to truly see in the game. And we'll get a bit more in-depth and stuff about the quest line, not quest lines later on. We'll see things about what I would like to see in particular. And probably a part 2 to this if we get to see what this little telekinetic ability is at the end. But ultimately, I say this is good for my official first attempt at this kind of thing. But yeah, guys. This is really fun. I'm going to start having more freeform topic videos like this in the future with Starfield, and hope to see you guys there. Alright, y'all. Like I said, if you stayed this long, among other things, like, share, subscribe, and peace for some more gaming content. I'll see you Starside with StarCrossed.